Hello, I'm Helen Love, a filmmaker and artist. I usually collaborate with a poet, Noon Sala Eldon, as Eldon and Love, making poetry films, which I direct and edit. So notably Kwashiba told the story of slavery connections to Aberdeen and was shown in galleries around Scotland and Aberdeen University. And our film Nile D Dawn is about identity and rivers and won a John Byrne Award. So these are poetry films, but I would use elements of the way I make them to make a film for the Cairngorms National Park. I've got 15 years experience as a community artist working with diverse groups, and I'm currently working with young people at Grace. For this commission, I would like to collaborate with James Love, who does my film and sound recording, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, I'm James Love, a videographer and drone operator, formerly of Orbital Imaging and now SkyShark Aerobotics. I have produced media for Nescal, the Westburn Development Trust, the Newton D community and the Archaeology Department of the University of Aberdeen. I've used drones to capture imagery in many parts of the Cairngorms in all seasons. We are all within easy distance, travelling distance of the Cairngorms.
Our proposed green health film would have an element of nature, roughly matching each film to a season. Drone shots are great for scene setting at the beginning and end of a film. What we would really like to emphasise though is the senses to help tell the story of people's mental and physical well-being improving as they use the park. To make a film more sensory, we would do things like recording natural soundscapes, recording people observing nature close up, and encouraging them to talk about feeling, how things feel, taste, and smell, and heat and sound. That would be our dúchas. Our Green Health film would also have interviews with community members about their activity, whether it's recreation or working, and let them tell their story. For interviews, we'd use common techniques like just a seated interview, maybe with 2 cameras, or recording as we're walking along and talking, and use the chat as voiceovers.
I'm Charlie.
Leslie Tan.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Gideon.
Question, I'm working on a Newton D farm and in the house.
We both work in the bakery.
I'm really good at preparing tea bread, but I also used to make in the past. But I'm usually often in charge in the mornings to coordinate all the jobs.
And I remember, like the Nile, and there are sort of green bushes next to the Nile as well, palm trees, mango trees as well. And my mum's auntie, she used to be the storyteller of the family or in the family. So I remember like at night time and the sky will be nice and dark, there'll be some stars there, and it will only be the moon sometimes, the moonlight. The river is just so beautiful, but I always found myself drawn to it because, the Nile and the water and the sound of the water as well. So when I say I am only daughter to the Nile,
Yes.
then it's just, you feel it flowing.
To build relationships with the Green Health Programme, we would contact park users such as health walk groups, community groups, arrange to meet them prior to the main filming, find out who's willing to talk and tell their story, and break barriers by joining in their activities. Helen and I did this recently when we met with a group of asylum seekers through Grampian Regional Equalities Council to get to know them prior to inviting them to appear in a short film. We came to the regular social group and brought a cinematography drone to show them. And chatting, we discovered that some of them are filmmakers in their homeland of Sudan. So it developed a good relationship and we got some helpful pointers to make a better movie. Our framework for the Green Health Programme film. This is to convey the message to come visit, experience and cherish the Cairngorms National Park. We want to show how beneficial it is to our health to immerse ourselves in nature and the connectivity of community activities by contacting and interviewing local groups, youth groups, Cairngorms Youth Action Team, Junior Rangers and Cairngorm Connect. There's kayaking and sailing in the area too. After visiting these people on location, we will create a storyboard and a list of shots we'd like to film, but we will remain flexible. We want a relatable style for interviews and some sensory shots voiced over with people's sensory descriptions. We would use text and video where appropriate, introducing interviewees and their circumstances. We will use a mixture of Scottish traditional music and ambient sound in our soundtrack. We would try to end the film with someone recommending their experience and inviting newcomers. A summary of the important information about the Green Health Programme will come at the end, and that's our plan. Thank you for watching.